Yeah, I'm back and here for another commentary. I'm surprised no one exactly listens to my older commentaries because for all of you who keep asking me the same question of where do I get my gun sounds, I explain where I get a lot of my gun sounds in the commentary.
There, bring your new cybernetic.
This is the only time I think I've really done a previously on segment.
And they're gonna find that.
Just basically, I figured that this might be like a more popular episode, so basically,
Sir, weren't we supposed to bring him in alive?
maybe people would watch this before the older episodes, so why look back, really? So I basically just give them a previously on segment, that way they get their information quick. And now...
My word, it is certainly an honor to be in one of the first cities. Hey, what's that over there?
Looks like reinforcements.
This is my
are
introduction of the Mini Titan, as I'm going to be calling it. A lot of people kind of flock to this one.
Lieutenant,
I kind of feel like
Sergeant
it
Brown.
is the best of the series up until like episode 10,
Fortify this place.
just because it works a hell of a lot better than my older stuff, because
Had me send down a new
I was still
squad.
trying to find where to start from, or
Here it is.
I was trying to get on my feet, if you will. And this is where I get introduced, or this is where I introduce one of a fan favorite character, if you will, O7. I know to call a robot 7 is basically like a predictable name, but to be honest, I wasn't thinking of that 7. I was thinking of, if anyone has played Republic Commando, there's a character called O7 who is this badass hunter, and he is awesome and a fan favorite. All right, to explain this scene, basically, Shockwave had activated activated this artillery piece and turning it into a mech. The mech fires off a round, pretty much destroying the battle barge overhead,
Don't do something now. Green, private.
and pretty much it goes to destroy all humans. Pretty much after that. My muzzle flashes weren't that good back then, but I'm learning. Seb can just come in and he has like an infinite amount of C4 in his back pocket. I was really hoping for a bigger mech battle. The only problem was, well, right now it's just more of a mech execution. Notice how when the thing opens, there is no one in the compartment. I originally wanted to have it so like Shockwave's AI is sort of like moving around through machinery, but it's kind of lost really. Shockwave was a failed idea, and I don't think I'm gonna find him again.
Oh my god.
I was hoping to have more scenes of this guy actually panicking, so it's kind of hard to tell who's talking. Green is the one who's talking because he's got the radio message. But this soldier, the one Imperial Guardsman standing in front of Lewis, was not supposed to show up until he said, enemy reinforcements are coming in. Until then, he just basically walks in, so it's like, oh, and a little bit of a plot hole here. Somebody shoots him, but then Chaos finally shows up.
Let the slaughter begin.
This is where I have, like, my initial hatred between the two. Lewis and Seven, or not Lewis and Seven, Lewis and the Chaos Lord, that is an animosity that is never going to go away. They are immortal enemies at this point.
Fires of chaos.
Oh, I've made it quite clear that this is a Chaos Lord of Khorne, even though he is part of the Black Legion. So maybe it was a little hypocritical to have him use magic, but hell, Abaddon can use whatever the hell he wants, so why the fuck not? I like the first tank, but I don't like how the second tank looks. You can see my keyboard. I've got this great keyboard that allows me to take pictures on set.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Sir, you are a priority.
Basically what happens here is he stops him, the Chaos Lord shoots his arm off, and he basically forces him onto the ship.
He's aboard. Get out of here.
And the seeds of an ever-relenting hatred have been sown.
Why did you stop me? I could have defeated him.
To be honest, the music here was like a really, really happy accident. It worked so good, actually. I just wanted the early bit of the evil satanicness of it, but then the kind of like the sad kind of like failure music kind of comes up, and it's like, oh.
This is gonna be hard. Chaos
And it's basically the game has changed. Chaos has started.
Pilot, here's
Chaos
our
has
new
taken
order.
over from
We assist
everything
the
else.
SCV fleet, and then we take the city back. I am not going to let Chaos win this
My
day.
favorite line, I am not going to let Chaos win this day.
Sorry you're such jerks.
The initial logo was kind of funny, but let's face it, gets annoying if you're like presenting it for film studies. Okay, this episode was strangely short. Oh, there's that tank again. I basically got it set so every time Chaos like teleport in, they come in a shoot of flames. Oh, this missile. With the editing tricks I know now, I could have done a follow shot of that missile. But it's all just a testament to how much I've come from where I started. And to think, I started... Sure, I was working with Final Cut Express, which is, by all extents, not nothing, but I've learned a lot in my time. I used the Lord of the Rings music a little too much in my old time. Yeah, Imperial Tank. I have a big thing about buying tanks from Games Workshop. Like, the models, I don't mind the fact that they're so goddamn expensive, but just the tanks, like, to get that much for just one tank, fuck that. If you can hear it in the background, I was initially trying to make this scene rain. Oh,
Sir, it's time to go.
this little scene of pathos, or not pathos, but story. Basically, the guy in the chamber there is pretty much Legion from Command and Conquer. He's basically like the remains of the new Empire.
This is my world now.
Oh, I love this fight. Don't get me wrong, you can't really do that much fighting with miniatures, short of fixing their arms so they have a bendable joint. I do that jump shot again. Didn't work as well that time. The explosion was basically because he shot the flamethrower pack on one of his soldiers.
Dictator, I will spawn my new army.
I love the music I use in the scene. Is basically the sound of the industrialness of Isengard. And I basically make it so like the forces of chaos spawn from the blood of the new emperor.
This world burn.
It's the blood offering. Yeah, I kind of play with the